Hello everyone, in this video we'll be creating this digital clock using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so we'll start by adding a div with a class clock inside our body, and inside this div I'll add another div with the class time and another div with the class date, and inside this div I'll add span with the class hour, and inside this I'll add 00, and I'll add another span with the class minute, and I'll again add 00 inside it. I'll just copy it, paste, add one colon, delete the extra white space here also, and I'll change this class to second. Okay, now let's link our CSS file here first, then I'll go to our style CSS, and first I'll add the universal selector, and then add padding 0, margin 0, box sizing, border box. Okay, and then after that in the body I'll add display flex, justify content center, align items center, and I'll add height of 100 VS, so it will be perfectly at the center. Let's change the background color. I'll add this color. You are free to choose any color you want. 28 to C34. Okay, now I'll select our dot clock selector, and inside it I'll add font family to Courier New. How is it? I guess it is good. And I'll change the color to, I'll use this color 61 DAFV. Yep, and I'll increase the font size to 5 rem. Yep, that's look good. Now I'll select our dot date selector, but first let's add some span inside this div. I'll simply copy this and change the hour to month, change this to Feb, remove this colon and add extra space, change this to today. I'll change this, let's keep it as it is. Let's change this colon to comma and this with year. Let's add dummy year called 2025. Okay, so this is our year. Now let's go to our CSS and add style to this dot date. I'll add font size maybe 2 rem. Yep, color I'll choose this color, and I'll add margin dash top at least 20 pixel. Yep, I'll also add text align center to center everything. Yep, it's looking good. Now let's add media query to make it little bit responsive. I'll add max width of 600 pixel, change the clock style to font size 3 rem, and for date change the font size to 1.2 rem. I guess let's see how it goes. Yep, it's responsive, you can see. Now let's go to our index.html file and add script colon ESRC and add the source of this script.js file so that we can work with our JavaScript to make this clock functional. First we'll create a function called update clock, and inside this function we'll create our clock logic, and I want this function to run every 1000 milliseconds, which is 1 second, and I'll call the function. So now let's go inside this update clock function, and first I'll create a variable called date is equal to new date, and then I'll create another variable called hour, and to get hour we have to use dot get hours method, and for minute same dot get minutes, per second same thing, for date dot get seconds. First of all, let's see if it's working or not. So for that what I can do is I can simply add alert hour. Let's see if it's working or not. I'll open this in the browser. Yep, as you can see we are getting our time. Okay, so now let's remove this alert, and also get month. For that we have to use date.get month, for date we use date.get date, and for year equal to date.get full year. Okay, and we will also create a period span here, so let's add another span with class period, and inside it we'll add AM or PM. I'll add that white space to make it look good. Yep, now what we have to do is we have to use document dot query selector First of all, I'll select the hour, and inside it I'll add text content, and our text content will be hour. Let's see. Yep, our hour is here, you can see. Let's do the same for minute. Change this hour to minute. Yep, here you can see our minute is also added here. Now it's time for seconds. Change this to second and seconds. Why is not working? Let me check. Okay, so our class is second, and I have added extra yes here, so I have to remove this yes. And yep, it's working now. You can see our clock is working. Now let's also fix this date. For that, what we can do is do the same thing. I'll just copy these and change this to, this was month, and this also to month, and I'll change this to today, and it will also be changed to today, and this to year, and this one also year. Yep, you can see our date is looking like this, but you can see our month is in number. I want it to be in like January, February, March. So for that, what we can do is we can simply create an array called month names, and I'll add the months here as January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Okay, and now what I'll do is I'll go to our month and change these months to month names and month. And yep, you can see, we can see July, we can see today date. Now let's fix this issue here. You can see when it is one digit, second, there is only one digit. I want an extra 0 here. So for that, what we can do is we can add hour is equal to hour if less than 10, then add 0 plus hour colon hour. I hope that works. What's the error here? Let me see. Hour is equal to hour less than 10, then okay, this column was the error. And I'll do the same for minutes and seconds. Minutes, minute, and minute. And for seconds, and seconds. And I also want to see 12-hour format. For that, what I can do is I can simply add, if hour is greater than or equal to 12, I want hour to be hour is equal to hour minus 12. Yep, here you can see now it's showing the time in 12-hour format. And also handle the midnight case. So for that, what I can do is I can simply add, if hour is equal to 0, then hour is equal to 12. This will handle our midnight case. And now let's also fix this AM PM problem. So for that, what I can do is I can simply create a variable called let period equal to date dot get hours, and if hour is greater than or equal to 12, then print PM, else print AM. And now let me also add one media query called period after this second. Okay, I'll change this to period, and yep, our clock is now ready. If you want the source code, the link is in the description.